streaming, and we'll turn it over to the president
All
at an
right.
official 9:59 in the U.S.
Very
Excellent.
nice. Welcome. Thank you all. First, I would like to hear how the volunteer meeting went. I noticed in the WhatsApp you guys had a meeting earlier this afternoon. So how did everything go?
Okay, the meeting went very well.
I'm
We
sorry.
had
I'm sorry,
about,
Swam, really quick. If you could catch me up, I have no idea
Oh,
what Abbie's talking about.
sorry.
okay, so we decided to have a meeting with our volunteers for the medical event today.
Okay.
The meeting was supposed to be a physical meeting at the office, but most of them are not in town.
Uh-huh.
So we decided to have a virtual meeting. Um, and we had quite a number, about 27 of us were in the meeting, including Warihana, and
Wow, that's
it
great.
went very well. They all indicated their commitment to participate in the upcoming event,
I'm sorry, really
and
quick, just for clarification, that's 79, right?
yes, 79.
Okay, great.
Yes. So they all indicated their commitment and confirmed that they will be attending. One intriguing thing is that we had someone all the way from Accra
Huh.
who joined the meeting and said she will equally be volunteering.
Beautiful.
And so I think she applied for the RN role, and she got an email from the Presdo
Huh.
asking that she could volunteer if she want to, which she has accepted that she would volunteer. And so just after the meeting, she sent a message explaining how she got contacted and wanted to find out if, because of the distance, if she could be interviewed for the RN role as well when she comes, so that she doesn't have to come all the way from Accra and go back and then come back to be interviewed as well.
Uh-huh.
Which I told her I'll get back to her with that information
Hmm.
on a later date.
And what
Gen
do you recall her name?
Comfort,
Oh yes.
Comfort. I forgot the surname, but
Oppoku?
Comfort Oppoku. Yes, yes.
Yes, okay. Yeah, she's an interesting candidate because she also has research experience that she put on her resume. So I think that was really, as a nurse, that's an excellent qualification to have for sure.
Nice. We'll
Yes, and
definitely want to accommodate her with the travels if possible.
yeah, she actually said she's a nurse. She started with the health assistant and was working, went back and did a degree or a diploma in nursing as well.
Hmm.
And she has worked as the head of a department at a clinic and just resigned last month from
Mm.
that clinic.
Okay.
And so I think she have some experience, but until she's here, because Accra and Tamale or Bushugu and the villages we are citing the health hubs is a total different environment altogether. So, and we are also looking at people who are willing to stay at the communities because we are bringing health to the doorsteps of the people.
Yeah.
So, if you are an RN, we expect that you should be able to live and work in the community 24/7.
Yeah.
So, that's the only concern I have
Yeah,
about her.
understood. Yeah, that's totally understood, and that's a concern of mine as well. I think that the president has been working diligently on some questions and things for the interview process. So I don't know why, with the travel that we have coming up and some airport sitting time, that you'll probably have questions ready and be ready to do that
Oh yeah, for
interview at
sure.
that time. Yeah,
Hmm.
so we'll be,
Yeah,
yeah,
definitely.
bro. So the president will be ready to have those questions and have that interview. And we can let her know that when she travels, I think we should let her know that she can have that interview at that point in time because she is traveling so far.
Would it be better for that to
Yes.
come from me or you to take you out of the equation, or are you comfortable doing that? I'm open either way, but I just want to make sure that you
Yeah.
keep your role and I keep my role.
Yes, yes. So I think the Presido should reach out to her.
Hmm.
Okay,
Um, yes.
Okay.
got it.
Great.
And
So,
yes,
sorry, the
so
president
apart
is
from
gonna.
that, the meeting went.
The president is gonna take the action item to reach out to future candidates for the RN position, specifically those traveling from Accra or further away, so that their interviews can be combined with Project 79. Perfect. Thank you. Sorry for that.
Yeah. Yeah, so apart from that, it went very well. Someone among the volunteers said he has he's willing to support us in logistics as well, apart from just volunteering. So if we need to send someone, if we need to carry something that we think he can do it, he will help.
Hmm.
Um, and another person also indicated that he has a generator, and given the power fluctuation situation, he's willing to also support us with his generator um, on the day of the event, Project 79.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Yes,
Wonderful.
Salam,
yes,
did you have plans for did you have plans for a generator or power for the PA system, or how were you going to do that?
yes. We have plans for that. But I would like to see his generator, the
Yeah,
capacity,
yeah.
to see if it will work. Otherwise, I have made provision for that as well.
Okay, yeah, that could be a huge cost savings in kind donation kind of thing for us if provides the generator or and that saves us. Hopefully that could save us some money and be able to do other things. So that's great. That's
Mm.
great. And so you had 20, how many? 23?
25, because myself and Warhana made the number 27.
Yeah, that's beautiful. What a great turnout. And thank you, Warhana, for participating in that and being in touch to support Salam in the project as it's a huge project, clearly. So we definitely appreciate you, Warhana, helping out and I think we're all going to need to do what we always do this anyways, and I'm very grateful for all of you for doing this, but we all come to take care of the task at hand, and that's really powerful, and that says a lot to everyone's leadership that we don't have to ask for Warahana to sit on a meeting. Warahana just sits on a meeting. We don't have to ask Ben to schedule something. He schedules it. And the same is true with Salam. Salam communicates with Warahana. Like all of those make us a great team. So I want to thank you again. Take a minute because that really is a unique thing, and it shows our all of our commitment uh, to to the project and the tasks at hand. So yeah, thank you for everyone for doing that. Please keep doing that because we wouldn't be where we are without that. Great.
Excellent.
That's amazing. So you're feeling good about injections. You're feeling good about 79. Should we just do a 79 recap right now
Sure.
since that led into it?
Yes, so I think I'm okay. I'm on course with 79, getting it all out, spelling it all out
Mm-hmm.
smoothly. I only The only challenge I have right now is with the Ivermectin. If I don't pronounce it well, President will correct me.
You got it. It's
You got
okay.
it. Yeah, you got it.
Yes. So the supplier could confirmed yesterday that he can only get 2 bottles, but he is also willing to contact other pharmaceutical companies on our behalf and just to make up the number. So that's the only outstanding um, purchase I haven't concluded.
Okay.
But I
Everything
think
else has been purchased?
yes, everything else is not fully, but I've ordered almost everything else. I have received all the test kits. I
Uh-huh.
have received the medical screens,
Mm-hmm.
and I've received all the medication except the ivermectin.
Mm-hmm.
I've also secured 1,000 tablets of multivitamins from the pharmacy, from the Khalifa pharmacy.
Beautiful.
Very
He
nice.
didn't want to yield, but I kept pushing, and then when he was delivering yesterday, he just brought that as a surprise.
Oh, that's very kind, very kind. And that in-kind
Nice.
donation should definitely go not go unrecognized. That should
Nice.
we'll definitely reach out to him after the dust settles and thank him for his contribution because we do appreciate that. That's
Could
great.
could that be like an upcoming media post?
Oh, it could be.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
we could highlight our in-kind contributors, whether they're in-kind suppliers or generator people or uh, gong gong beaters, whatever they might be. We can definitely uh, we can definitely uh, highlight them in some social media posts. Ben, maybe. What do you think about that, Ben?
Yeah, I think that sounds great.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
Great.
So I'll reach out to Salam, then we can have a list of all those who are contributing towards the event in a way. Then we can put out a post. I think it will motivate people and let them see how collective um others are coming together to support the health event.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
absolutely.
I think it also shows that everyone has a part, whether it's providing a generator or providing medication or showing up as a volunteer. Honestly, highlighting this meeting of 25 volunteers who showed up to actually work the event and people coming as far as Accra to be a part of what we're doing, that speaks volume to our mission and what it is we're trying to accomplish. So I think that should and could be definitely a nice highlight post. Great, thanks for that, Ben.
Mhm.
Okay, so
Yeah. So
79. Oh, go
and
ahead. Yeah, keep going, Salam.
yes, so still on 79, we have um another the HIV test case.
I'm sorry, Salam. I think you broke up a minute.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, I said so. Still on project 79. Another thing I'm waiting for is I'm working on now is the HIV test case.
Uh-huh.
So far we have 400.
Uh-huh.
We bought 300, and the supplier has given us 100. I think I shared a chat
Yes.
2 days ago,
Mm-hmm.
and so I've and waiting for
I'm sorry, Salam.
their
You broke
response
up again at
after.
the very end. I'm sorry, Salam. We can't hear you, or I can't personally. I don't know if others
The
can.
Easter break.
I'm sorry,
So
Salam.
I
Salam.
also reminded him.
I'm sorry, Salam. You broke up after you said you got
Say
the
again.
100. I say you broke up again after you stated a donation of 100 HIV test kits. Could you repeat?
Yes. So I've also submitted a request to the Ghana AIDS Commission,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm waiting for their response, their feedback after the Easter break. And I was
Nice.
just saying that based on what what they say, I might have to reach out to Dr. Kweku as well to see if he can support.
Mm-hmm.
We are preparing to get him the plaque or the signage as we discuss.
Uh-huh.
So I think it won't be out of place to reach out to him again. And the last time he made mention that his doors are always open. So depending on
Beautiful.
the feedback I guess we would might have to reach out to him again, because I want to make sure we're able to raise at least 1,000 um, HIV/AIDS test kits as well.
Yeah. That's really nice, and it's very smart, Salam, the way that you're doing it. You're not going asking for chairs or canopies. You're asking for something very tangible. I need more HIV test kits. Everyone, as soon as you say that, can immediately relate and knows the significance of it. So I think it's very smart in the way that you're going about that ask from Dr. Kwaku, and I think that it's super kind, and we're very grateful that he's left his door open, and we look forward to recognizing him when we come.
And I did send him an email about meeting, and I did not get a response. So I don't know if it went to a spam folder or what, but that's something that we can make sure to do, when we're there.
Okay, okay. Yeah, I would reach out to him with regards to the email. I'll let him know you sent an email, but I've
Okay,
already informed him that we'll be meeting him on the 14th.
beautiful.
Perfect. Perfect.
Yes.
Yeah, I
Yes.
think that this is that's great, and again, he could be somebody that we highlight who was able to contribute towards HIV test kits. So these are huge things that we should be celebrating. So it's very important that we get them in a social media space because as long as people want to be recognized, there are some people who don't want to be recognized, and we need to respect that. But I think if we can thank people publicly, it's definitely worth it.
Yeah.
Great, great.
Yes. And on project 80,
Mm-hmm.
I have also placed an order for all the items.
Okay.
I got a big supplier that is going to supply us everything at once that we need.
Beautiful.
Yes, and so the origami paper and colored pencils. I think those items we added them to the budget,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
and I think Haley or the President is getting them from the US. So Ben
Uh-huh.
told me that when you were making the payment, you sent everything,
Mm-hmm.
and I said I think maybe the President will have to be paid for that privately, or
Yeah.
maybe
Uh-huh.
Haley to buy those things from the US.
Yeah, so it will be made, it'll be Luke. So Luke put it on his credit card for the
Oh,
pencils and for the origami paper.
right. So
Okay.
I hear
Okay.
what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. Let me see if I can repeat the problem, Salam. Is that on Project 80, the budget was created with items that were going to be purchased in the US, specifically the pencils and the paper. And you're saying
Yes.
that when I paid, Ben created the sales invoice for the total, and then the total included the paper
And
and
pencils.
pencils, in which case I sent that money to Ghana, and
Yes.
it should have stayed uh,
In the US.
in the US. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yes. Yes.
Ben, is what you can do. Ben, how do you think we should? Did I state the problem correctly, Ben?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So after Salam created the purchase invoice and I made the payment to him, I noticed there was still an amount of $74 which wasn't included. So when I cross-checked from the budget against his purchase invoice, I noticed he didn't add those two items.
Mm-hmm.
So he said they were to come from the US, but
Mm-hmm.
but then the whole amount was sent already. So he said those would be procured by the president or people from the US.
Okay.
So yeah.
So is what we'll do is we will just Salam, you can uh use that. So Ben, I think the best thing to do is for you to take those dollars and keep them in your petty cash fund, and the foundation will reimburse the expenses for the paper and the pencils independent, and we'll just take those dollars that we sent too much, put them in the petty cash fund for future use on other projects or other expenses that Salam might incur. That seems like the most straightforward way? Is that okay with you?
Yes, I think that's the best way.
Okay, so you just hang on to the 70. I'm going to call it 75. I don't know what the number is. $75. You keep it in petty cash. Salam, we're good, and the pencils and that will be reimbursed. On Luke's already purchased them, I believe, on his Chase card. So you'll be getting an Amazon, if you haven't already, invoice from him, and a purchase invoice for it. So just we'll still tie it to the same project, but you should keep those funds as petty cash. Great. Okay. Perfect. Excellent. Excellent. Salam, I guess.
Anything more on Project 80?
Yeah, 80.
Yes. So that is it on Project 80. I'll be in Gushegu for the Easter holidays. So I'll reach out to the schools that will be participating
Uh-huh.
for Project 80. I'll also spend a day in Patunga on the health event. Um, I'm also scheduled to meet with the assembly members and the opinion leaders on Sunday, 10 a.m. with regards to Project 81.
Uh-huh.
And so today, what happened today was also that um, I asked the volunteers if any of them was willing to volunteer for Project 81 as well, um, because we'll be traveling, and looking at the number we are expecting, and cooking for such a number will require a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And they indicated that sometimes even just cooking for a wedding, they have to start as early as 12 a.m. in the night just to
Uh-huh.
make sure that they are able to meet time.
Uh-huh.
So, but one important issue that was raised was that we are going to allow the local women in
Mm-hmm.
the community to lead in the cooking.
Mm-hmm.
They would just take charge of the cooking,
Mm-hmm.
and we are only going to support them. We're
Uh-huh.
only going to help them so that they don't feel like we've come to the community and probably we don't think they can cook well, so we want to do all the cooking by ourselves.
Uh-huh.
So
Excellent point.
Yeah,
so
excellent point.
we are just going to be helpers, if you
Mm-hmm.
like it, to them. And
Yes.
so we had about 6 of them who also said they were willing to volunteer to support in the cooking.
Beautiful.
Because one thing I realized is that from the 12th, I wouldn't be in the, I mean, myself, Ben, will all not be in the north. And with regards to Project 81, we are supposed to be in touch with this woman. They are supposed to be able to reach us at any time. Maybe if they need something, if they forgot something,
Uh-huh.
just to make sure that we are able to deliver the food and deliver on time.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought it wise that if I have some volunteers, maybe 2, who can liaise very well with this community women when we are away,
Uh-huh.
because at some point we might not be reachable,
Yeah.
just to make sure that everything is well and properly organized when it comes to the cooking aspect. As for mobilizing the people to the ground, I know I have that. I'm going to have that sorted.
Great. Great. Yeah, we
Yeah.
we definitely will make it clear that we are not there to lead the cooking. We're there, as Daniel would say, as sous chef. That means we do whatever needs to be done. Whatever the chef tells us to do, we do without questioning. So that's where we will be as far as our role, and everyone there will also be there in that same role. So I want we'll definitely make that clear with all the volunteers coming from the U.S. And let them know that that is our role and we're not to overstep it.
Okay, that's okay.
Great.
Yeah, so that is all for the 3 projects. Unless maybe you have some questions.
No, that sounds amazing, Salam. Yeah, I don't have any questions, and I'm amazed that the things that you can do. With that, we
Thank
definitely
you.
and with that we definitely celebrate all of your effort for sure. Thank you for that.
The guinea fowl story is always in my head, Salam. You,
Yeah.
you are amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. Excellent.
So I
Excellent.
think I I think it's a common thing that people around me easily notice that I easily make friends and I'm very friendly. Sometimes I can be extremely friendly. So I'm able to network with a lot of people and I keep relationships. So when things like this happen, I can sit in my room and actually put together a whole event because I know the right people to call and to get them to action, and
And that's why
they
and
would
that
work, they would help.
yeah, that's beautiful. And that's why you're our country coordinator. You're our executor. You're our captain at the helm. That's
Thank you,
like
thank
I
you.
like to say, make it happen, Captain.
It will happen. It will happen.
Great. Excellent work. Excellent work. I think we can move on. Thank you for that update on the projects. That's very helpful.
Yes, excellent. Next thing we should discuss is the trademark and the power of attorney, Warahana. So I saw your message and I went into Notebook LM to produce the power of attorney, and it quickly caught me and said that giving you power of attorney would undo all of the document 3.7 basically of the splitting of the companies. That would be contraindicated to have you as power of attorney. Instead, it suggested Ben to be power of attorney since he is on Give Basic Needs Ghana. And so when we had voted for the trademark and all of that, you actually recused yourself from the voting, and therefore it was just Ben. So I believe with the CTO, the plan is to give Ben the power of attorney and then have you, Warahana, work with the individual moving forward.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think to protect that clean nexus between the companies, Ben should have the power of attorney, as the president said, and then Warhana, you're still obviously going to lead the entire project. It's just that if anything needs to be signed, Ben's going to sign it. So the contract will be signed by Ben. He'll have the power of attorney, but you'll obviously continue to lead in everything your role. It's just that if we give you the power of attorney, you sit on both boards, and so that breaks the whole conflict of interest thing. Does that make sense, Warhana? We didn't realize that until just this morning when the president said, "I need to create these power of attorney documents," and then it brought it to our attention that we really need to give that power of attorney to Ben, even though the foundation. Uh, and this is the question that I have is that instead of giving Ben the power of attorney, wouldn't the president just sign all the documents and you lead it, Warhana? We're trying to figure it out. So we're open to any thoughts that you have on where we are. Ben, we're open to your thoughts. If one of you want to go ahead and talk about what you're thinking, that would be great. Warhana, if you want to start.
Yes, so the reason why I need the power of attorney is in case I also maybe have to follow up on something or do anything at the registrar general, then I would have to have the power of attorney. And with the boards, I think I'm serving on both boards. I'm not sure.
Yes, you are.
So
Yes.
yeah, I don't think there will be any conflicts of interest. So in essence, without the power of attorney, if I have to ever go to the registrar general to do something with regards to the registration, I wouldn't be able to.
Right. You would literally have to take Ben with you if he had it. Is that correct?
Mm, well,
I'm just
yeah,
saying
that's.
if we did it the way that we're talking about doing and gave the power of attorney to Ben to keep, because Ben's not on the Clusi Family Foundation board and I'm not on the Give Basic Needs Ghana board. If we're the two that are independent and everyone else is dual owner, dual conflict, dual interest, then you would have to take Ben to the registrar general if he had the power of attorney. Is that correct?
Yeah, Ben would just have to go, and Ben's name would have to be used in all the registrations.
Yeah. This is, and so tell me, tell me, Warhana. Uh,
We need to give a power of attorney to the attorney as well.
right. We know we have to give it to to the attorney
Yes.
and the helper
Mm-hmm.
that we're working with. That's not an issue. The conflict is who gets it there that doesn't have an interest in both sides. And I guess my question, Warhana, is it possible for the president to act in that regard while she's there and go with you to all of the meetings that you might need to do at the Register General, or could those come up at any time?
Remember the last time I said the registration process could take up to 18 months?
Yeah,
So let's say in an event that I have to go to the office and Presido is not around,
yeah.
then it becomes an.
Okay. Then I don't. Yeah. So I think we'll decide. So Warhana, do you have any more to contribute on that before we get to Ben and Salam for their thoughts?
No, that's all.
Okay, and I completely understand it. I'm just trying to keep it clean and do it the right way. So let's move to
Right.
Ben and see what Ben thinks. So Warhana, you think it's okay to give you the power of attorney and you can execute it.
I
Agree?
honestly think it is. Yeah, I think it is because you are just giving me the power of attorney for that particular
Yeah,
action item.
right. Strictly the trademark. It's not like
Yes,
power of
and
attorney over the whole company or anything like that.
right, and it's not like it's not something that is involving that is in between the Ghana office and then the U.S. foundation. It's something between the foundation and another organization altogether.
Yeah.
So I don't really see any conflict of interest.
And this was what I had. We actually put this into Chat GPT, and I actually, or
Okay.
I'm sorry, into Notebook LM, our Notebook
Mm.
LM, and I actually said Warhana is paid by the foundation technically through a grant, and
Mm-hmm.
she's acting on behalf of the Calusi Family Foundation, not Give Basic Needs Ghana. Oh, I think she'll come right back. Ben, can you still hear me?
Yeah.
Oh.
Sorry, I'm here.
That's okay. That's okay. So I was just saying that I actually said to Notebook LM, I said Warhana technically is working on behalf of the Calusi Family Foundation. Like the actual trademark will be owned by the Calusi Family Foundation. We're paying Warhana's wages technically through a grant in Ghana. So why would this be a conflict? And it said because you sat on both boards. So I completely agree with you, Warhana. I'm just trying to figure out. I want to get everybody's opinion.
Okay, let's see what Salam and Ben thinks.
Yeah, okay. So Ben, what do you think on this topic?
Yeah. So I think the power of attorney is needed because we are dealing with an international organization
Hmm.
here.
Hmm.
Yes. And it's just to provide someone within the local area here who can step in to maybe help in signing all documents or whose name would be on record regarding the registration that in any case the person could be reached out to. So I understand how important it is. But as I was one thing I was also thinking about is that this is um, an action that is being taken by the Kulusi Family Foundation
Hmm.
and not only the Ghana entity.
Uh-huh.
Yes, so I was actually also confused why it matters with the intercompany agreement.
Hmm.
Yes, because at this moment, I'm not currently part of the board of directors for the Inclusive Family Foundation,
Hmm.
just the Be Basic Needs Ghana. And if we are registering for these trademarks, which of the companies are we using? Are we using the Inclusive Family or Give
Yeah,
Basic Needs
yeah,
Ghana?
yeah. Kalusi Family Foundation, right, Warahana?
Yeah, we send them out the foundation.
I'm sorry, you broke up just a little bit. Could you say it one more time?
I said yes. We are registering it under the foundation.
Okay, great. So yeah, that answers your question there, Ben.
Oh, okay. Yes. And so that too will not be an issue being granted the power of attorney when I am not part of the board of directors for the Inclusive Family Foundation.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It
Yeah.
definitely see. So Ben, I want to so you think that we should grant Warahana the power of attorney as well?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yes, we are exploring other options because so maybe we could hmm, yeah. So that's what I'm thinking.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. I just want to know your opinion and be clear on it so that we can make the best decision going forward. That's great. Well,
Yes.
let's
Sure.
ask Salam. What do you think? Salam, what are you thinking?
Okay, so I think yes. So um, I am having difficulty because we need to give Warhana the power of attorney and give the lawyers power of attorney.
Hmm.
I am my thinking was that if we my thinking was that um, I don't know why the lawyer needs a power of attorney because if we are giving the lawyer is the one to directly deal with the registrar general. So the power of attorney we are giving to the lawyer, I think the reason is for the lawyer to be able to make this application on behalf of Kolisi Family Foundation.
Uh-huh.
Now, Warhana's role as is just leading the whole process from the Kolisi Family Foundation's perspective, or acting as a supervisor of the whole process.
Uh-huh.
So I don't see the need where a power of attorney arises for Warhana. Um, but I'd also know how it will be structured because um, are we giving Warhana the power of attorney to represent the Kosi Family Foundation in registering for the trademark? If yes, how will the power of attorney for the lawyers be? So I think that to understand that Warhana is already a contractor on behalf of Kolosi Family, I mean to Kolosi Family Foundation,
Mm.
she can proceed to sign the contract, and the lawyer gets the power of attorney as an individual because the power of attorney to the lawyer is not to the firm.
Hmm.
So I don't know. Maybe for me to be able to make a conclusive comment, maybe Warhana will have to give us clarification or probably ask the lawyer for more clarification because I see it that a power of attorney arises when an individual who is not officially part of your organization because it's not present in Ghana needs to legally represent you. And
Uh-huh.
in this case, what is the liability to Warhana if we give her the power of attorney? There's no liability arising from her end. We cannot say she has messed up the process. The only person who will be liable is a lawyer.
Hmm. I
Is a
Okay,
see. So,
lawyer.
maybe I
so,
can
so,
make a
so,
comment
so,
there.
yeah, yeah, please do. But let me try to summarize what Salam is saying and see if I have it right in my head. So, Salam, you're saying
Okay.
that we should give the power of attorney definitely to the lawyer because they need to represent the organization and they're not part of the organization. But you're saying that Warahana is already part of the organization under contract, has been hired by the Calusi Family Foundation to execute and given the task to execute this project. So she should be able to sign anything as she is internal to the organization already. Is that what you're saying, Salam?
Yes. So for me, a power of attorney for Warhana only arises, or for anybody on behalf of Kolosi Family Foundation, only arises when the person is dealing directly with a government institution or any institution on behalf of Kolosi Family Foundation. So except that maybe we are giving Warhana the power of attorney to contract a law firm for Kolosi Family Foundation, for the
Mm-hmm.
law firm to execute this exercise for us. And if that is the case, then I don't see any conflict of interest here. Warhana can still get the power of attorney, mandating her on behalf of the president to contract the law firm,
Uh-huh.
but not power of attorney to deal with the registrar general department. Except maybe there's some clarification Warhana will make to that regard.
I see. Okay, now Warhana, can we hear from you?
Okay. So, uh,
I'm sorry, you're breaking up. At least on my side. I
yeah,
apologize.
hello.
Yeah, I could hear you now.
Okay. Okay. Uh, Salam, do you know I can just go to anywhere and then tell people that I work at Bank of Ghana when I don't actually work at Bank of Ghana? The only way most of the time that people know for sure that, okay, you are really from this organization that you say you are,
Mm-hmm.
or you are really a representative of this organization that you say you are, is if you have an official authorization, like something like a document.
Mm-hmm.
You see, the power of attorney is going to be on the Kolusi family letterhead with contact details and all of that in case they need to follow up to see that, okay, this person is really who he or she says that he is.
Right.
So that is why we need the power of attorney. And it's actually the lawyer who said I should request for the power of attorney for myself and her.
Uh-huh.
She would use it to submit all the applications.
Uh-huh.
And then in any case, if they want me to come in and sign any document or anything, then my power of attorney would also come in play.
Uh-huh.
Just
Yeah.
showing that, okay, this person is really authorized.
Yeah. I see. I see. I think you're saying exactly what Salam had said is that your power of attorney around the trademark is for essentially hiring and executing the project with the attorney. The attorney's power of attorney is for them to interact with the government agencies.
Yes, and my power of attorney is not just to hire the lawyer alone.
Mhm.
I could also interact with the agency if they need me to.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
basically just giving me the power to represent the organization in the registration process,
Yeah. And I
as well as the
yeah,
yeah.
just be
Sorry.
just be yeah, just to be clear, it's not this is not a trust thing by any mean. We're happy to give you the power of attorney. We just want to make legally sure that we don't jeopardize something that we've already set up with the intercompany agreement. So
Yeah.
I think that's all good. I think we'll go around one more time and just see if anybody has any additional feedback, and then we'll just make a decision here and go forward. Ben, do you have any additional comments on the topic now that you've heard from everyone?
No, I don't have any additional comment.
Okay, and your position is still to give the power of attorney to both the attorney filing the trademark as well as Warhana.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, and great. And Salam, how about you?
No, I think she has made a clarification. I was just thinking that she'll need the power of attorney to contract the lawyers, and if there's ever an event ever arises where they need to, maybe the registrar general need to talk to the client,
Mm-hmm.
then that power of attorney becomes an official document upon which the lawyers can refer to Warhana as the client on whose behalf they are working for the
Right.
the trademark.
Yeah.
And so I thought that instead of talking about Ben, who is not on the board, signing getting the power of attorney, she could actually proceed to sign the contract. And her power of attorney will be designed to mean that she's representing the foundation here, contracting the lawyers, and she becomes the client to the lawyers. And
Uh,
if the registrar general department ever wants to talk to the client, that power of attorney gives the lawyers the authority to say, she's our client, we have
yes.
this power of attorney appointing her to represent the foundation. So Warhana is basically like the whole foundation here in this project.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But
Great. And so
I think it's
you
okay.
agree that we should give it to both of them, the attorney and Warhana.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Great, great. And then President, do you have anything that you'd like to comment on it?
No, I don't. I don't think I have anything else to add.
Okay, it all makes sense to me personally, and I agree that we should do that. I just wanted to make sure that we uh, were clear as a team in that with our board member hats on and our official all of our officialty. So the thing is, I guess you'll be getting President is going to take the action item to get both of those letters to Warahana
Today.
later today. Does
Mm-hmm.
that sound good, Warahana, to you?
Yes, sounds great.
Great.
Yeah.
Hey, thank you for that. And sorry for the CFO conversation, but I felt it was needed.
No, that was needed.
Okay, good. Good, good.
Yeah.
Do you want to continue with the trademark stuff if you have anything more?
Yes. So, um, yes. So I shared the terms of agreement that the lawyer shared with me
Mm-hmm.
on the Discord channel.
Yeah.
We've gone back and forth, and personally, I'm okay with this version. And once you have a look and then you give me the go ahead to sign it, I would sign it. And then when we make the payment, that is the 50% of her fee,
Uh-huh.
50% of the 3,500, it's 500, that's 1,750
Uh-huh.
plus the $145 for the search, then everything can get started.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
And so Warhana, just to be clear, uh you will be creating I want to clarify this with the president as well. There is a project for this, right? Called Trademark?
Yes, there is.
Okay,
Yes,
great.
there is.
And it's owned by the Clusi Family Foundation, agree?
Yes.
Okay, great. So you will create Warahana. Uh, so I guess this is the order of things just from my own mind. One, the president is going to take action to get you the power of attorneys. Once you have the power of attorney, you'll sign this document attaching all of these documents to the project, and then
Yes.
and then you will create a purchase invoice for the amount that you need with the line items, and this will go under the uh, this will go under the will this go under legal? Ben, do you think this should go under legal as the trademark is a legal document?
Yes, I think that's the best category for it.
Okay, so Warhana, you use the item legal fees on the purchase invoice for the Clusi Family Foundation, and then put in the line items there with a nice description of what it is it's for, and reference the contract there as well. And then I will send USDC to Ben, or should I just send it directly to you?
I think you can send it directly to me since this is just a foundation taking care of it. It's not through the government
Yeah.
the Ghana organization. Sorry.
Right, right. We don't want that to actually land in the Ghana account because it was not to Ghana, it was to you to execute on behalf of the foundation. Okay, great. And Ben, you agree? Good. Okay, so Warahana, if you can, in the description of the purchase invoice, just include your Ethereum wallet address, then I will send to you that.
Okay. Okay.
And
All
that,
right.
and will that all
One.
that will all work for you as far as payment and documentation?
Yes, that works.
Great, great. So
Yeah.
I
So
think go ahead.
the last lawyer that I was in contact with, um, I think the search fee, he described as though it was going to be per each phrase or each logo that we are going to search for.
I
But
noticed that.
this particular lawyer, yeah, this particular lawyer has a friend in the department that she's working with, the
Uh-huh.
registrar general department that she's working with.
Uh-huh.
Yes. So I think the right way is just one search
Uh-huh.
covering everything that we want to trademark.
Yes.
Yes, and that's why the search fee is $145 just once.
Yes.
And then there are different classes that you can trademark under. So
Mm-hmm.
it is during the search that they will be able to determine which class a phrase or a logo would fall under.
Uh-huh.
So applications are going to be per classes. So let's say 3 phrases fall under one class. So all those 3 become one application, one sub application, let me say that,
Mm-hmm.
and that will become one certificate at the end of the day.
Okay.
So how the payment for that is going to work is the registration fee is going to be per class, and then the certificate fee as well is going to be per class. So per class for registration is $245, and then also $245 for the certificate. So if we have one class for all of them at the end of the day, that means we will just be paying the 245 plus the 245.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
that's much better. I noticed that the search fee, I told the president, I said, wow, Warahana found a much better deal.
Right.
Good, good job on
Right.
your part for locating that contact who is going to do it at a more reasonable price. That's excellent and very much appreciated, and it doesn't go unnoticed, I assure you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, thank you.
Yeah. So that's it on the trademark.
Great, great.
Excellent.
Okay,
How
we'll
about
turn it back over to the president, right?
the grants? Any grant updates?
Yes, so I am working on the Zayat price.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lengthy application,
Mm-hmm.
and it requires a lot of documentation,
Mm-hmm.
including financial statements of the foundation, since that is what we would be using for the application.
Mm-hmm.
So this afternoon, I was even asking Salam if the audited reports are ready.
I'm sorry, Warhana, you cut out just a little bit at the very end.
Yes. So
You're working on the
the
application. They require financials and what?
yes. So I am wondering if the audited report, the audited financial statements for the foundation is ready, because the reason why we were doing the audit was purposely for the grant applications. Since all now are going to be in the foundation, then the audited reports that I would be using would be the ones for the foundation. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay.
S-
So
s-
yes, our audited report for the foundation ready?
So let me back up a little bit. So the only audited numbers that we have are based on our 990 PF, which is a legally binding document, an audit that has been submitted. So the only financial numbers that we will be using will not come from the third party auditor on the U.S. financials. It will come from the 990 forms that have already been filled out and the numbers that are in the grant workbook or whatever it is that I created. I can't remember the exact title of it, but the one that had all of the financials in it. Is that going to work for you?
Yes, that works.
Okay. So yeah, so any financial numbers that you need will come from that grant workbook.
Okay.
As they're basic
Okay.
as they've been validated by the IRS and formally I can't remember how they said they're legally binding documents regarding our financials uh, and have been filed with the IRS and have been performed and officially created by our CPA.
Okay. All right. Then yes, I can use that.
Okay, great.
And I was holding off on doing this until maybe we have at least one hub set up and running. I wanted to reach out to my contacts at the MasterCard Foundation.
Hmm.
Even though the MasterCard Foundation doesn't directly support health interventions, I know women empowerment is one of the things that they are really focused on for this really focused on women empowerment. So of
I'm sorry, Warhana, you're breaking up really bad for me.
oh, okay, let me change my spot.
Okay, it's no problem. I
Okay,
think though you were
is
saying
it
that
better now?
yeah, and you were saying that women empowerment was a big deal, MasterCard Foundation, and then that's all we heard.
Oh, okay, yes. So yes, so women empowerment is something that the foundation is focusing on for the next 10 years.
Uh-huh.
And I know the Northern Health Shield is designed such that the RN leads are female. So
Uh-huh.
that's a strong way to actually empower women. And
Mm-hmm.
I think the foundation would really be interested in that.
Mm-hmm.
But I was holding off on reaching out to them until we have like one hub running
Mm-hmm.
where we can actually use that as the use case
Uh-huh.
to ask for support for more hubs.
Yeah.
But I'm also thinking that I could just reach out to them now. Uh,
I think
what?
that's going to be your call, Warahana. I really, for me personally,
Mhm.
I don't have an opinion on that. That's not my expertise. I would have to
Okay.
defer to you. I, what do you think, President?
I agree. I think so. It would be, what you're
Mm.
comfortable with for
Mm-hmm.
sure.
Yeah, and I think the other thing that we need to do as we move forward, not obviously in this meeting, but in going forward, I
Mhm.
think it's great to talk of the individual projects by name. But I think for me and for the rest of the group, I think we need to go through your projects by number as well. So it'll be Grant
Okay.
Project 1, Grant Project 2, Grant Project 5, because I can't keep the names in my head. I apologize. We've got about 7, I think, out there, but I'm not sure. I don't even know. So I think it's best if we refer to them by project number. But just going forward, but I think that it's too much for me to keep in my head. I'm sorry.
Okay. So this is just a general question I'm asking.
Uh-huh.
How long do we think it will be until maybe we have at least one hub running?
Mm. Well, here's the thing is that, and this kind of goes to Ben, and obviously to Salam, but um, I don't know if you saw the recent charts that I put in Discord about our expenses and our funding. So we're well over we're about 115,000 already for last month that we've spent.
Mm.
And so this includes wages. This is kind of our burn rate, right? So what our total expenses look like versus what our income looks like. And
Mm.
and I posted those to Discord General, and you can see the individual projects that are involved. I'm trying to clean up some of the projects so that they better fit the structure, et cetera, and so better fit the new structure. And so I think if I put my CFO hat on, is I can say that the funds are there. So
Okay.
we said it was going to be about 170,000. Is that correct,
Right.
Warahana? Is that kind of your target?
Yes. Yes, that's the total budget we came up with.
Yeah. Okay. And
170,000
so
perhaps.
right. And so Ben, I want to say we need to make sure that we have a lot of content for our social media. I mean, we're doing these projects, but we don't want to rip through them. These projects are going to need to last the whole year, as well as the work that we're doing with the Health Hub. So we're thinking, our goal is 2 posts a week. And I know we've been slow, but trust me, the money's flowing, and there's about a lot of shit to happen that's gonna happen.
And yet we're still getting.
And I'm sorry, go ahead.
I said, and yet we're still getting posts out a week.
Right, and still we're getting 2 posts out a week, which is amazing. I just want to make sure that Ben knows that we spent more money already last month than we did all year in Ghana. Okay, so the funds are flowing, and that's gonna create a lot of projects and a lot of content, which is good for Ben. I just want to make sure Ben knows to spread this out, spread the love throughout the year. And so when it comes to the social media, so that's good. And so I'm saying, while we've spent a lot this last month already with these 3 projects, with wages, with travel, all of these things, the truck, all of these expenses that we've come across and had, I'm still with the CFO hat on, committed to one hub this year at 171,000. And so in doing that, I hoped it could be 2, but I'm not sure if it can be 2. I need to see what we start getting on the grant side, and what our, we need to get the Wikipedia page out. That has to happen with the first hub as well. So we're definitely committed to one hub, 170,000 this year, but the markets are tanking, as you all know. We're not really a part of that. We're holding almost all cash right now, because of it. But so we're protecting our assets. But we also have Salam on the ground, who's saying fuel prices have doubled essentially since he did the budget for the projects last month. And so he's struggling with expenses too. And so we're struggling with an economy that's weakening, fuel prices, and we're seeing inflation everywhere. The market is not providing the returns. That's why I'm backing down from 2 hubs to 1 right now, until we figure out what's going on with this war. I mean, we're potentially dealing with fuel shortages. Things can get really expensive really quick, as you all know. And so I need to be committed right now with my CFO hat on to one hub, because we need exactly what Warahana said. We need a use case that's implemented, and that's what we're trying to do. And so,
So her question is when does?
yeah, her question is when. And so I want to make sure that Ben knows the scope of where we are with regards to the social media. I understand and validated Warahana's concern and the use case point needed for grants. And now I'm going to go to Salam and say, number one, how realistic is the hunt? Because I want to be clear, I don't want to do a block structure. That's a personal agenda that I have right now, because that has nothing to do with healthcare. So I want to do a mud structure. I want to do it in the community, and that's what I want donated. I want the structure on the land donated to give basic needs to execute for the RN lead. And so with that in mind, Salam, tell me, we had budgeted for a block building, so there should be money in there if we do a mud building. But how realistic is $170,000 for one hub, and what do you think the time frame for executing that is after we set all these other projects, complete them all, and we wrap up? How likely is that, and what are your thoughts on that as far as implementation goes for the whole group?
Okay, so I'll start with how realistic. Very realistic. I
Okay.
think $171,000 is good money. Even if we are building with block, that can still build and set up the whole place and still make some provision to pay the RNs.
Hmm.
If we are building with MAD, that even gives us um, a much better budget allowance.
Great.
Timelines, I think we can cut short before we can cut short before. So I'm thinking that maybe uh, just immediately after the last event, the DEBA,
Hmm.
we can cut short for the hub.
Okay.
And yeah, and when it comes to how long,
I'm
if it
sorry.
is,
I'm sorry.
if it,
Really quick. When you say cut short, explain to me that. Is that so that we do the groundbreaking ceremony?
yes, it's just so we go to the community. We want to come and build a hub. You are giving us this particular land,
Uh-huh.
and we usually we just take a shovel and a presdo
Yeah.
dig
Yeah.
just to commence to show that we are ready to act. I think with project execution in construction, the principle is when you cut short in 2 weeks, you should begin to mobilize to the location.
Okay.
So um, going by that, if it is block work, as we said, it will depending on how the money flows. Um, I can put up a structure in 3 months.
That's what I wanted to hear from my captain.
Yeah. So, but if it is mad, the rainy season is about starting, and that will not be possible until because mud will not be able to withstand just immediately after building if you have rainfall.
Uh-huh.
The whole thing will go down
Hmm.
and you have to start again. So there will be interruptions, and with that we cannot really tell. And I'm sure by now you are conversant with our rain pattern. We've even started getting pieces of the rain. So
Hmm.
if it is going to be mad, I would say we will be able to effectively finish maybe towards end of the year
Uh-huh.
because of the rain and all of that.
Okay. And so,
Yes.
and what? So one more question before I go to Warhana. Uh, In in your okay, so we talked about the structure, we talked about your ability to put it up, the money, the time frame, etc. But tell me about the supply chain for the medications and those things. Will those be are those are those 50% already procured? And we really are just looking for 50% more, like the typhoid vaccine and some of these things? Or are we further along than that on the supply chain and the ability to procure what's needed for the health hub?
Yes. So I think with the supply chain, we don't have a problem having Califas on right now.
Uh-huh.
Um, a big Indian company
Mm-hmm.
basically have all medical equipments,
Okay.
a lot of medications as well. So the
Mm-hmm.
only thing will be the typhoid, which I am definitely working on, and I believe that after all these events, when I have some time, I will go very hard on the typhoid vaccines.
Uh-huh.
If I have to be in Accra and do the search by myself from supplier to supplier, I will do that, and
Okay.
I'm sure we'll come up with it.
Okay, so you would say that the supply chain's 90% in place?
Yes, yes, because these
Okay.
are actually a big company that have literally almost everything we need.
Beautiful, beautiful. Excellent, excellent work. Okay, so I'm gonna say that so let's go to before I go to Warhana, I want to summarize. Salam said if we do block, we're looking at 3 months. if we're looking at mud, we're maybe probably to the end of the year before the structure's ready and the RN can actually start seeing patients. Is that your date was to quote? We should have like the date as the RN entrepreneur in place, ready to see patients is our goal. So would that be correct, Salam, to say 3 months for block and end of the year for mud? That will be ready to see patients in the hub. You might be muted.
Please, I didn't get your question.
Yeah, so you're saying, so like I'm saying, when Warahana asks of the question about the hub, I want to know the point at which the RN lead will be able to see patients or see clients is the time frame that I want to put
Okay.
an idea on. So you're saying if we do block
So
about 3 months, if we do mud by the end of the year, is that correct? Before that person can actually
yes.
use the facility.
So yeah. So it's one thing to finish with the block work, like the building, equip it, and another thing to actually obtain the HEFRA, the license from the they call it HEFRA Health. I don't remember the full name.
Okay.
So they need to give you a license before you can operate a facility,
Uh-huh.
and they will have to come and inspect. They have some basic standards. They have some basic equipment that must be available at the facility,
Uh-huh.
and all of that. So they will come and do their inspection and issue you a license. From what I gathered, it takes 3 weeks to 90 days
Okay.
to obtain their license. But who knows? We may be able to make it shorter.
Okay. Okay. So you're thinking 4 months if we do block before we could maybe see people optimistically. 4 months, and as long as March of 27 if we do mud. Does that sound about right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now let's go to Warahana, your questions and to see how we're doing. I'm
It looks
I'm
like
I'm
you are
sorry,
much interested
Warahana,
in
you're
us.
breaking up really bad.
Okay. Is it better now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, great. I'm saying that I'm just curious why you might be much more interested in us building this in mud as compared to concrete, because in my experience now, when you even go to the villages, most of them also build in concrete because it's much more durable. So apart from the challenge that Salam indicated about when you build and then it rains, then it washes it away, every year or during the raining season, you would find a lot of houses, um is the correct term, broken down. Like when there's heavy storms, you see walls from mud houses fall and then they have to build up again. And I don't know, with things like that, is it safe? What would the regional health directory that will give us the license to operate think if we are building this in mud? I just feel like building in concrete is a very long-term investment as compared to building in mud, because when there's heavy storms, your walls may fall and you would have to build up again. Every year you have to plaster, like every year you have to plaster and possibly paint. So at the end of the day, I feel like in the long term, the cost of maintaining the mud house, when you put it all together, is even going to equate to the cost of building it with concrete.
Yeah, so is what I was thinking on that is that, and I could be totally wrong, so please correct me. It's a great question, and the reason that I thought mud was, one, it was less expensive, so we could do more, and it really isn't about the structure; it's about the medicine, it's about the logistics and the vaccinations that matter more. So if I have $1 that I can put into the building or $1 that I can buy a vaccine for, I'm going to buy the vaccine every time because that's what's going to save lives, not the building. So that was my thought on that. And number two was that, from what I understand, is that to build with cement, those individuals are not typically part of the community. So I would rather pay for someone to build inside the community and give them a job to build a structure than to bring someone from outside who builds with concrete to build the structure. Even if that means maintenance over time or painting over time, I feel like that is the economic portion of the build, and the support would rely on the community to do that as opposed to someone from the outside. And then finally, I felt that if it was built in mud, it would um, how should I say, identify more with the village than if you go in and put up a block building. As it fits the community's culture, the community's way of life better, and wasn't as though it was something foreign to the area, but it was native to the area. And so that was the third reason that I thought building with mud was a better option. Like I said, I could totally be wrong. I've not lived in a village. I've only visited villages for a few days at most. And so I'd like to hear from everybody on that, starting with you, Warihana. What are your thoughts on that now that I've brought those things up, and the $1 challenge, and the fact of labor, and finally the ability for it to blend in with the village as opposed to standing out in the village?
Yes, I definitely understand your point when it comes to the $1 being able to do something medical with the extra funds
Mm-hmm.
if we are starting out with mad buildings. But as indicated, in the long term, the maintenance cost is going to even match up to the concrete. And I'm also thinking, even in the communities, if one of the reasons why we are going with the mud within the communities, we have artisans that are also specialized in building with concrete.
Mm-hmm.
And so we could still make use of people within the community that have skills in building with concrete to do the
Okay.
building. And even with that, it involves a lot of steps that we can involve different people in the community in. So for example, the clearing of the land, we could make use of people in the community. Fetching of water, we could make use of people in the community. When it comes to block building, like the concrete buildings, one of the steps is the molding of blocks. The molding of blocks, usually there are some people that carry the mixed mortar and pour it into the shape that actually form the blocks. And those people that carry the mixed mortar, they don't really require any skill. You just need to be strong enough to carry the mortar and
Mm-hmm.
then put it in the shape. So people like that we could still use from the community. When it even comes to building the structure, apart from the artisans that actually have the skills in putting up the structure,
Mm-hmm.
there are still another group of people that will be carrying the blocks. Some will still be carrying the mortar that will be used to join the blocks. This second group of people, they don't really require any skills. They just need to have some energy to be able to carry.
Mm-hmm.
And what was my other point? Yes. Uh, sorry. And then I'm sure when I've been to Salam's community a couple of times, and I've passed through, I think, the community that he's talking about. Salam, you can correct me. I think I saw some block houses in that community. Now, like in the northern parts of Ghana, people are now really understanding the importance, like the long-term benefits of building with concrete. So
Mm-hmm.
now when you go to my village like this, you find a lot of block houses.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure if that's the community that I saw, when we go there, you would even see some concrete buildings in that community.
Mm-hmm.
So in essence, it would still not be that far away from what is in the community. And then one concern that really bugs me is, given that these mud buildings, the walls can easily fall when there are heavy storms, would we actually be licensed? Wouldn't that be considered like a health hazard? Because assuming we have patients that we've admitted in the building, and then something like this happens, yeah, that's my thoughts.
Yeah. I think that it's in the case of like quote unquote admitting. I don't see anyone being admitted into the health hub. It'll be an hour or two kind of getting a drip or something like this. But I understand your points and I understand the feedback. I think it's good that the blocks would still be constructed and moved by local laborers, etc. And so I think those are good points. I still struggle with the $1 challenge. So good feedback, Warihana. Let's go to Ben and see what you think. Ooh, we lost Ben.
Salam?
Salam, what are your thoughts on this topic? Well, Warihana, you have something? Hello?
Sorry, that was a mistake.
Oh, it's okay, no problem.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Salam, Salam's gonna go ahead and then we'll get Ben's thoughts.
Okay. I mistakenly hung
Talk
up
to.
when I wanted to unmute.
Oh, it's okay, no problem, no problem.
Okay, so um, I appreciate the positions you all hold. Um, I think the original thought was to put up mad hubs, but with my last interaction with the district health director, when I told him this was what we were coming to do and I needed guidance, the procedure to follow, if there were any license to obtain and which institution to go to, because he's the district health director and could guide me better. And then I told him the kind of structure we want to put in place. Um, he said MAD structure would not be licensed by HEFRA to operate. And then I posed a question to him that I have seen, in fact, in 2023, a community built a two-room MAD building, and they had somebody from the community who had completed nursing training and was not employed. So he was engaged in that building to be taking care of the community when it comes to this basic health um, needs. So I told him that, and I think um, they had issue. I think their roof got removed, so they contacted me to if I could support them, and I actually bought some zinc for them.
Mm-hmm.
So I told the district health director that I have this experience and I've seen this kind of buildings, at least not about in about two communities.
Uh-huh.
And then he said, yes, it's true. What the communities does is that because of their health need, and they're always calling on the government through the local assembly to come and build cheap compounds for them. But the local assemblies do not have resources to build these cheap compounds. So they have this thinking that if they start something on their own, the assemblies will be able to adopt them. And in reality, if you are the chief director of an assembly and three communities bring you proposals that they need your help with um, health buildings, and among the three, one has already started with a MAD building, you would want to absorb that one first.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why, unfortunately, these assemblies are not able to absorb these buildings because the assembly is a government institution, and when they are getting involved in something, they must make sure all the legal procedures and standards are met. So when they come to the community that have these mad buildings as a hub, and they want to take over and license it and bring in nurses to operate, they will have to push it down and build again because the HEFRA organization wouldn't give them the license. In fact, he said that even with block um, health facilities, when there is a crack in the building and HEFRA identifies it, they would write it off as not fit for purpose until you maintain or you fix that crack. So um, yeah, that is it. And then those mad facilities are considered illegal. Most of them are not licensed, and the nurses or the individuals operating them are just doing it on their own. But the districts are relaxed on enforcement because they are all supposed to have been closed down and the individuals even arrested. But they are relaxed on the enforcement because they understand the gap in the health need. So now, given that they understand the gap in the health needs and they are relaxed with the enforcement, and so probably that could be an advantage for us as well. But as an organization or an NGO, will it speak well for our brand? Definitely no. We would want to make sure that we have everything on record. Now, there's also this community health compounds. We call them the cheap compounds. The
Mm-hmm.
cheap compounds. They are built by the local government agency with the support of World Bank
Mm-hmm.
and then World Bank and World Health Organization, and they have a strict requirement, which is all must be block, and they have some specifications. In fact, their specifications are actually way beyond what we want to do. And so, if you look at the cheap compounds they are building in the communities, all of them are block. And so, the one question I also have with Warhana raising this concern is that assuming a grant institution is already, let's say the MasterCard, as Warhana mentioned, was supporting an organization that is into cheap compounds, maybe through the World Health or whatever, and we go to them asking for support and telling them our building is in MAD, which probably they don't approve of. I think that will put us off guard from obtaining such a support. So
I
my
think that.
position is that
Go ahead.
my position for now is that we should do concrete because yeah. So HEFRA is the Health Facilities Regulatory Agency, because HEFRA, as the health director said, is not going to give us approval. And so I think we agreed. I was supposed to even bring the health director onto one of our meetings, but I just decided that since we all be in Ghana and we'll be in Gushegu, it would be better to sit down in their office and have a better discussion.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe there might be another way to go by it
Yeah.
that could be cheaper or whatever.
Okay, great. Thank you for that, Salam. I appreciate all that feedback, and it's good, very good information. Ben, can you comment on your thoughts on this topic?
Yeah. So actually, it's important we consider the $1 where the money goes into and the impact it yields.
Mhm.
But just as the Salam and Warhana has pointed out, getting licenses to operate is actually very important here. Because when we started this and I was having a talks with someone about what we wanted to do with the health hub, the first thing the person asked was, how are we going to deal with licenses? Because it's actually difficult for someone to obtain licenses from HIFRA to operate. We have a lot of private facilities that are operating in Ghana here in the cities, and all of them are regarded as health facilities, provided you are intending to give health care to people there. So they treat facilities that are in the villages the same as facilities that are in towns or cities, and provided you are going to do the same thing. So we could actually go with the MAD, but the major challenge we are going to face is going to be with the licenses. Yes. So I agree with what Salam and Warhana has put out, that considering all this obstacle on our way, I think it will be safer for us and for the brand of the organization to go for the block building so that we wouldn't have any future issues with regulatory bodies. Yeah.
Very good input. Thank you for that, Ben.
Yes, thank you.
President, what are you thinking?
I'm definitely leaning towards the Ghana team, and what they feel is best. I know that we have likes at what we would want, but all of their points that they raised are extremely valuable. And I mean, yeah, with the rainy season, that would be a delay. And I understand the health certificates and it being deemed unhealthy or something like that could happen. And I like the longevity piece, like Warahana said, that it's stands for a commitment when you build a brick structure. So
Okay, well, I personally would like to be on the record as saying I don't like it. But that being said, I completely understand with everyone. I still go to the dollar challenge and why we're there. We're not there to build structures. I don't give a damn about structures. I don't really, honestly, I don't, if we don't need a license to do the medical event that we're doing in 2 weeks, why do we need a licensing body to cover us in the future? I'm just I get it. I know why. I just don't like it. And so I'll be on record to saying is I don't like it. I think we should stick to the dollar challenge. And I'd rather build 2 mud health hubs in the next year than to build one in the next 4 months. But I understand the longevity. I understand the financing. I understand it all. And you all bring very good points. It's just when it comes to me, it's the vaccinations. And if I can give 500 more vaccinations, that's why I'm in Ghana. And that's why I'm building a health shield. It's not because I want to have a block structure or a mud structure. I could give a damn about any structure, put up a tent and a privacy veil, and I'd be just happy. The problem is that motto doesn't stay for longevity when it comes to saying you're going to have an RN entrepreneur. An RN entrepreneur needs a building, a structure. And I would say that if we're going to do block, I'd like to evaluate if we truly need 3 rooms. And I would say just build one then. 1 room, that's where the procedures take place inside. Otherwise, we put up a canopy and 90% of the work is done outside. I don't know. That's my feeling. It comes to me, it's down what saves the most lives, and I know it's not buildings, it's vaccinations. So I'll leave it at that. I completely appreciate everyone's opinion, and it's probably is the right thing to do, but I'll just be on record as saying I don't like it.
oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
so,
Okay.
so yeah. I don't know. At least you go around the room and we already did. Everybody thinks block. I think mud. We're all good. We'll do block, but I don't like it.
Thank you for saying your opinion. Okay.
We're all entitled to opinions. Yeah, they're all free. Everybody's got one.
So with that discussion, Warahana, what other information do you need? Or how can we support you?
So if this can be done in 4 months, I just feel like I'll be able to make a strong case if we already have something going on.
Mhm.
So for the Mastercard Foundation, I'll consider, like, I'll continue to discuss with my contacts about what we're doing. But officially, when I'm making a contact with them, I would wait till at least we have one hub running.
Okay.
And yeah, I don't need any more information. I just wanted like a timeline on when we think we can have something running.
Sure.
Okay, so let's say because we need the licensing and all of those things, and I know Salam does amazing things in short periods of time, but I think if we're gonna say something, our official statement should be either 5 or 6 months, because we don't want to we want to under promise and over deliver. So I think we should just stick with 6 months. We'll have an operating hub in 6 months. That way, if we run into issues or whatever, it's best that we can still make that. So 6 months would put us 6 months from the groundbreaking, and the groundbreaking is going to take place after the Durbar. So we're looking at what month?
October?
Like October. Does that sound right, Salam? Good. And Warahana, that's okay with you? Great. And Ben, you're good on that too? Great. Okay. So hopefully our goal is October, a block building with an RN entrepreneur in it and a established supply chain and under 170,000.
Excellent.
Great.
Okay. Interest of time.
Hopefully for 170,000 we can do two, but I don't know. Salam does amazing things, but I don't know if he can print money like that.
No pressure. No pressure. Jeez. Okay. I do not looking at the agenda. I don't see anything else that I need to discuss right now. We are planning on not having a Ghana meeting next week on the 10th. So we will be traveling to see you guys. So there won't be a Ghana meeting next Friday. But of course, you'll be able to reach out to us, through the week and stuff and while we're traveling.
Yeah, and if you need to have the meeting, you can easily have it without us. I mean, it doesn't matter to us. But if you have things you need to talk about amongst yourself and you want to leave it on there as the Friday meeting, you can do so, but we won't be able to attend. So however you feel that. And then if you do, just please take some notes, or Ben, I guess you could record it and put it on the channel, however you want to do it. But and then
That was one thing that I wanted to cover. So do you have anything else?
Yeah, I would like to acknowledge the fact that the president and myself completely spaced the event, the meeting that Ben created about financials this week. We both looked at each other and said, I thought we were supposed to have a meeting with Ben soon. And then all of a sudden the time had passed. So it had to do with balancing. Ben, are you aware of that meeting, or did you forget it too? You were probably there waiting for us.
Yeah, I saw the meeting, but with the way things were going and I didn't hear from it, I knew that we wouldn't be able to have it. So
Okay, good job on your part. Way to lead that and take it, take note. Yeah, it was just it's just been too crazy. I think with all of the things going on, we're finally getting to a point, I think, where we're able to settle down. But we do have some accounts that we need to reconcile, and I tried to create those reports so that we could identify some anomalies. There are some transactions, Ben, that we'll need to recategorize. Um, they're journal entries, I believe, most of them, and they're not tied to a project. So we should try to tie those to project. I have a list of them. There's about maybe 120 transactions that are journal entries that are not tied to projects. And so I don't know if you have the capacity to take something like that on, or if you're too involved with the upcoming projects. Let me know now if you want me to send those over, or if you want to just review them when I get there.
okay, you can send them over.
Okay.
Yes, but I noticed that most of the things that I still attempt to do. I'm not able to do due to some um maybe permission issues. But if it's something I can handle, I'll be happy to take a look.
Okay, great. Is what I'll do is this is kind of a weird thing. There was a setting that I was able to set on journal entries, I believe, and that allows us to modify them after they've been committed, saved, or submitted. And so this doesn't entail changing any categories or anything like this. It simply has the ability. It allows us to assign the uh, project number to the transactional side. And so if when you're looking at a journal entry, you know the little pencils on the right
Yeah.
to edit the account, if you click on that pencil and then you go to that portion of the account that's being billed, you can expand the account section, and then the project number I think is there, or there's a field there that's allowable.
Okay.
And so that's what we should try to do is essentially categorize things a little bit better so that when we do these reports, we can better see. We had a situation where I did some of them, but we had a situation where a lot of things were journaled, and so they were showing up in the report as general operations when in fact they should have been tied to the Tamale office. They should have been tied to another project. And so that's basically the kind of work that I'll send over, and you can just have a look at it and we can talk about it. You could just call me when you're looking at it or whatever, and then we can go through as many of those as we can just to try to get that general accounting group or general operations group down to a small number so that all of our expenses are accounted for by project.
Okay. Sure. Yeah.
Uh,
And I also saw that you posted on Discord about merging the
mhm.
Tamale office.
Yeah.
I think it's a question I wanted to ask before. I noticed that on our past projects, most of them were tied to the Tamale office, which is currently closed at the moment. The project Tamale office project,
Hmm.
and there is another new internal project that was recently created.
Hmm.
So yes, I wanted to ask, should we abandon the old purchase invoices that were being tied to the other one and create all new purchase invoices with the new internal project? But I saw that it's been merged, so
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think that
exactly. So what happened is when I looked at the reports that I posted, I started just thinking about them and stepping back, and I realized that the Tamale office was represented in two different projects. One, as you stated, was closed or completed. The other was the new one that we were doing. And so, as what I did was I went ahead and merged them because merging them moved all the purchase invoices over to the new project.
okay.
So
I think
all
that's a
so
good
so
step.
essentially we don't have any work to do there. It was all done on the back end and the merge is complete. And then that essentially that old Tamale project that was marked completed no longer exists in the system
Okay.
after the merge. Does that make sense, Ben?
Yes, it does.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Anything else?
I don't have any more on that, no.
Okay.
Or on anything, yeah. I'm good. I'm good.
Ben, do you have anything else?
No, I don't have anything else.
Okay, Salam, how about you?
Yes. I just want to let the CFO know that you should be expecting a purchase invoice from me for the T-shirts and the plaques.
Uh-huh.
So with the plaques, we agreed we wanted to give Dr. Kweku one made of glass that he can put on his decks,
Uh-huh.
and we wanted to get some for the other volunteers coming with you to Ghana. And I was just thinking whether we should make that wood or glass as well because you'll be traveling with it. And then with the t-shirts, I got the sizes, but I want to print 50 in all, if the budget will allow, because we are having new volunteers, and also the ground team who would serve as, I don't know whether you call them ushers at the peace they were serving food. It would be nice to have them wear our t-shirts, our t-shirts,
Hmm.
so that I mean, when Ben takes pictures, anybody can see that this was an event organized by Give Basic Needs.
Right.
So I'm thinking we could do, if the budget will allow, we could do 50 t-shirts. And on top of my head, I think that will cost us about $400, because the last time we purchased and printed a t-shirt was about $8, including printing.
Hmm. Okay, so I think the purchase invoice will go to Ben, and then Ben will create a sales invoice to me. And I think that the budget is so far out of whack right now that uh, we we spent so much in the last month, and we're not planning on doing any additional projects other than the health hub this year. I think that $400, and then how much more isn't going to have an effect? And then how about the
Yeah.
plaques?
So the plaques, I'm yet to get the cost for that,
Okay.
but I don't expect it to be very expensive.
So like, if you have, so if you do, it should
And
this should go under a project. So
okay,
pick one of the projects that we're doing, because and this will be an expense for those. So don't you agree, or should it
then
go on better than to go under the office? It's better to go under a project.
Yeah, I agree. Project.
So maybe you want two purchase invoices, Salam, that Ben combines, one as medical for the medical events or the food event. I'm sorry, we got to talk in project numbers. One one for
81.
yeah, 81. So you'll put the shirts under 81, and
Yeah,
you'll
that was
and
my thinking too.
yeah, and then you'll put the plaques under the office, the Ghana
Yeah.
the Ghana office, and then Ben will combine those, create one sales invoice. I'll create it on my side, fund it to Ben, and then Ben will pay your purchase invoices.
Okay.
And I think the limit there is 500 US total. We can't go over that. We're so out of line. But I don't think we can. I think it's important work, and I think it's important for all the reasons that you said. Is 500 going to
Okay.
do it, Salam?
Um, I really don't know, but do we agree that we should do maybe wooden plaques for
Yeah,
those coming, or we should do
yeah.
glass,
I think we should
so
do
that
wood. I think wood is fine. Yeah. Will be carved in, will it? Or how? How?
yes, I think they embroidered them, they carved them and they embroidered them. So I was thinking, yeah, if it's wood, maybe we can have the Ghana flag or the Ghana map embedded in it, something like that.
Yeah, I like that a lot. I
And
think,
I think the wood, excuse me, is more unique. You know, like glass can be anywhere, but the wood that you make your plaques out of are probably going to be definitely different than the wood that we use in the States.
hmm
So I think that's a great idea.
Okay.
yeah, so I think not only for travel purposes, but also for uniqueness, the wood plaque is going to be better.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's get it done for
I'll work on
500,
that.
and then if we have to, maybe we only do 45 shirts, or I don't know what to do, but we can't go much more. We have some big expenses, and I really do want to do two health hubs, but I don't know that we can. I just have, the market is too crazy right now. Uh, so Salam, for you, so Salam, so Ben, you could submit for 5 to 500. Okay, great, great. That sound okay, Salam? Perfect. Okay.
Perfect. Yeah. Anything else, Salam?
No, that's all for me.
Okay,
Okay, great.
excellent. Well, thank you. I see Warihana dropped off. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate your time and energy. Amazing meeting, doing amazing things, and in less than a week, we will be there with you guys. So excited.
Can't wait. Yay, that's where it's at.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Yes,
Can't
yes.
wait to.
Can't
Thank
wait.
you.
I hope everyone has a great evening and we'll talk soon.
Okay, bye bye.
Bye
Okay,
bye.
bye bye.